28 years later, the Bone Temple was all right. Up until the very end, I just started crying right at the end when the credits roll because someone returns right at the end, just as the credits are rolling, and it sends it off. So the movie plays out with that song, you know, In the House in a Heartbeat, the 28 Days theme. Like, it's just unmistakably recognisable. I liked that a lot right at the end, but there were aspects to the Bone Temple that I really didn't like. So, okay, let me start with the positives, and then I'll bang on and bitch. So, the fascinating aspect to the Bone Temple was like Ralph Fiennes' character bringing sort of discovering almost like a cure, like a remedy for the infected. So Samson, you know, the massive long-haired dude with the even massiver donger. All of you will, if you've seen the previous film, you'll remember that zombie penis. God, it's forefront of my mind. Brilliant twist to the story is that Ian, that's finds his character. He basically brings Samson round, and it's brilliant. This so the concept of him sort of, you know, going from nuts to slowly pulling it back in and becoming crystal clear, like human again. I love that. I really did, truly. That was great. And when he's, I think it's all about Samson. So when he does start coming around, he finds a train, like a sort of, you know, like a vegetated train in the middle of a forest, and he boards the train, and suddenly all the memories come flooding back. So it's, I swear, side note, the announcement that he hears in his mind, it says the next stop was Retford. I mean, that was the next stop for me last week. I got the train down to London, went past Retford, so that was a touch of home. Right, anyway, so his memories start coming back of when he's on the train with his parents, and it was such it was brilliant. It was an emotional twist that I wasn't expecting from the Bone Temple. Brilliant. Excellent. So you've got the whole, them possibly all coming back to being human again. There's no fat infected anymore. They seem to have melted. And the whole, it's right at the end when there's the return of someone. So, oh God, do you know what? I actually just stood by the door of the screen and just to listen to the music that played it out, and some guy was like, what are you doing? It's brilliant, yeah. So that bit, oh God, I'm not going to ruin it for you, you'll just have to watch it, but I was gobsmacked that this character returned. Now, what I really didn't like about 28 years later, the Bone Temple, is the Emmerdale aspect of it. Now, that sounds weird, but also kind of not, because a lot of it in the beginning takes place on a farm. There's really drawn out scenes that actually they peter out into silence. So when Jimmy, Jack O'Connell's character, and his band of Jimmies, all the Jimmies, turn up at this family farm at the start of the movie, it's, oh God, even when it's supposed to be like uneasy tension between those characters and the people they meet, it was too slow and sticky. It was like I was like wading through treacle trying to get the action. So I really, really didn't like that. Alongside that were like the relationships between not just the Jimmies themselves, but like between the leading characters. So Ralph Fiennes and Jack O'Connell and Alfie Williams as well. It all became it was like a soap opera. It was literally like watching an episode of Hollyoaks in the middle of a forest. So, now, if I just very quickly wind back, not to this film, I'm going to reminisce on the previous ones, which is what I did in my last reaction. 28 weeks later, impeccable cinematography, a pumping soundtrack, and it was just adrenaline-packed chase sequences from beginning to end. You know, with the kids, the boy and girl escape Canary Wharf. I was there last week, and they go off to find their mum, and the mum's infected, but she's still human. And the way that opened with Don sprinting away, like leaving her, is it Alice, leaving his wife in the house, and she's pounding on the window. The camera tilts, and he's like. It was excellent. The cinematography in 28 Weeks Later was superb. And again, the soundtrack really spiced it up and kept it pumping. Then, of course, you've got Jeremy Renner, or shall I say Hawkeye, and Rose Byrne. Bit of a strange double up. But them trying to get the kids to safety. It was just brilliant. I remember being like really sort of on edge during that film. It's, when it gets your adrenaline spiked because of the sheer dread and the panic that the screen's shrouded in. Loved it. So 28 days later, yes, good. 28 weeks later, spectacular. Intense, beyond intense. But 28 years later, last year, so the first one, I think there's 3 of them, isn't it? This one, The Bone Temple, and I think there's a third one. I suppose I could have done without them. Great to see Aaron Taylor-Johnson, obviously, in the previous one. He's a fucking beast, isn't he? But I don't know if they needed to do this, if they bring it back. Personally, it is one of my favourite films of all time, 28 Weeks Later. So, naturally, I mean, I've been eating it up, the return of all these instalments. But was it a good idea? I don't know. Anyway, if you're a fan of the franchise, absolutely give 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple a go. Ralph Fiennes, oh my God, that dance routine. All I could see was just a Lord Voldemort on ecstasy. He comes sort of like snaking out of these, the bone temples, and does this whole dance routine, pretending he's the devil and stuff, and Jack O'Connell's like on his knees, sort of praising him. It's utterly, utterly bizarre. So, that's the thing. The Bone Temple, it spirals into absolute, it's just bonkers. It's absolutely batshit. But, I just really sorely disliked the whole, there's too much drama. There's too much relationship sort of stuff going on. That wasn't for me. But bringing the infected back from, their you can't even call it a stupor, can you? Bringing the infected back from their infection. I liked that. I really liked that. And it was emotional. That train scene, we're now approaching Retford, so close to home. His memories and when he starts speaking like Samson. I keep going to say Samsung. I mean, that, knocks the socks off SpongeBob that I saw last time I was here. But that scene at the end, wow, oh God, I'm not even going to tell you. How do I explain it a bit more juicier without giving it away? I can't. But when I saw the person, I was like, yes, win. And that more than made up for the fucking, Hollyoaks on crack for the other hour and 40 minutes or whatever it was, or however long this movie is. Excellent. And that playing out. I had to stand by the door of Screen 10 just then and just absorb the soundtrack. It was brilliant. A great way to end it. A brilliant way to end this reaction, I think, because I've gone on for long enough. So, negatives. It's too dramatic. It's too lengthy. There's too many quiet scenes. It's boring. It's truly boring in most parts. And there aren't really a lot of characters that I empathised with. In addition, infected, you see them pegging it about. They do play a key part in the film, but again, they're not heavily focused on, and they're the substance. They are the movie. So, tediously lengthy, talky, way too Emma Daly. Not enough zombie action, a little bit shit, but ending scene was spectacular. I mean, everybody delivers a great performance, but Ian, the way he brings Samson back, amazing. Yeah, that was really, really good, and kind of really, it's poignant. It's very emotional, the memories that he's experiencing. You know, the like feeling human again. Yeah, great. Oh, and just talking about those tedious bits, the lengthy bits, the dance scenes. So, you know, the Voldemort on crack, excellent, because that was part of the whole dramatic. In the end, it was quite like a pantomime. But yeah, the bits where his character, Ian, he's like dancing to whatever, Duran Duran or whatever it is. They just, it's too long. No, shit. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, give it a go. Give it a go. Yeah, that's it. I was actually thinking, all right, fine, I'll peek here and give you another positive. The performances was like something you'd see in the West End. There was a lot of like the dynamics between characters, so between Ralph and Jack, and the little guy, between like various characters at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the tensions there. Do you know what I mean? They're very the dynamics between actors. Excellent. It is like West End worthy, but you know, I think that's what dragged it down for me. It was just too long. Right, have I done enough? There's my friend there in the background. I think he'll see this and he probably won't be. That's it. Oh God, that end. It left me wanting more. It definitely left me. Oh yeah, Ed. You'll watch this and you'll be like, oh yeah, that was that moment between us. Cool. Right. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Because amazingly, I need to go and get sprouts. When do I not have to go fucking Brussels sprout shopping? It's so tedious. So I've got such perfect skin. Don't look a day over 12, do I? My little baby head. Okay, so yeah, give it a bash, especially if you're a fan of the franchise, but don't expect miracles. I was craving more of the dystopian stuff as well, you know, like proper end of the world, reminiscing on telephones and cars. And when did the virus kick off? Blockbuster, going into Blockbuster Video to grab a few VHSs back then, I suppose. 2003, 2004 it came out. So yeah, didn't really get enough of that either, but yeah. Right, I'm going. That's it from me. Yeah, I mean, I was going to comment on the end scene again. Can't. It has to be seen to be appreciated, definitely.